What if a man carved from tragedy, genius, and pure will refuse to bow to fate, and chose instead to rewrite it with fire? Picture this: a storm rolling over Latveria, iron in the air, and a boy named Victor von Doom staring into a world already trying to break him. He moves fast, sharp breath, cold wind, a child hiding grief behind impossible intellect. His mother, gone in a whisper of demonic flame. His father, fleeing through snow with a dying hope. And in that silence, a vow sparks. Destiny will bend or it will burn. But here's the twist: pain doesn't crush Victor. It forges him. Every shattered memory becomes fuel. Every page of forbidden sorcery becomes a doorway. Every machine he touches hums with a kind of brilliance that borders on myth. Kinda makes you wonder, how early does a god begin to rise? Reflection hits. Victor isn't chasing power. He's chasing a promise to free the one soul he couldn't save. But how far would you go to fix the unfixable? He wins a scholarship to Empire State University. A Latvian prodigy dropped into American academia, already convinced he's smarter than every professor in the room. One hot take for you: Doom's ego isn't arrogance, it's accuracy. Prove me wrong, because this dude is on another level. He builds a machine to breach the veil and reach his mother's spirit. Reed Richards warns him about a flaw. Victor ignores it. When the device explodes, it's not just metal that breaks. It's pride, it's trust, it's the belief that the world ever wanted him to succeed. Expelled, scarred, furious. So he walks away from the West, and the world holds its breath. But imagine the Himalayas swallowing him in white silence. Imagine monks finding a half-frozen genius with fire still burning behind his eyes. They take him in because destiny always recognizes its own. Action surges. Metal hammers against stone as Victor builds the armor. Sparks leap like angry spirits. The mask heats, glowing red. He doesn't wait for it to cool. He presses it to his face as it scorches him. A scream, a vow, a metamorphosis. That's the birth of Dr. Doom. And honestly, no Marvel villain has ever earned their crown more violently. Overkill, or the only way to become legend. He returns to Latveria not as a son, but as a storm. One strike, one overthrow, one throne seized by iron will. People tremble, but they also prosper. Here's another hot take: Doom might be the most effective ruler in Marvel history. Safety, order, advancement, fear. Which one matters most? But Doom's rise paints a target across the sky, and the Fantastic Four are the first to notice. Reed Richards, equal parts rival and ghost of the life Victor believes was stolen from him. Their clash isn't hero versus villain. It's wound versus wound. And Doom? He fires the first shot, no cap. Action bursts. Doom kidnaps the team, hurls them into time itself, and introduces the Marvel Universe to chronological warfare. Next moment, he steals the Silver Surfer's cosmic power like it's owed to him. He challenges Black Panther, Namor, the Avengers, always one step from total victory. But here comes the reflection wave. Doom doesn't want to destroy the world. He wants to prove he could run it better. And honestly, who's brave enough to say he couldn't? Then we hit the era where Doom almost saves everything. Picture Secret Wars. Doom stealing the Beyonder's power, omnipotence flooding through a mind built for conquest. He doesn't crumble under infinity. He thrives. He reshapes reality like a composer rearranging music. Hot take: if Doom kept that power, Marvel would have entered a golden age at a terrible cost. Then triumph and torment. Doom and Doctor Strange descending into hell to reclaim his mother's soul. Action crackles as sorcery meets infernal fire, but the truth hits harder. Doom doesn't seek redemption. He seeks closure. And for one heartbeat, he almost believes he can change. Imagine Doom standing against Galactus with nothing but intellect and audacity. Who challenges a cosmic devourer alone? Doom does, because fear is beneath him. Because destiny bends only when someone dares to grab it by the throat. Reflection slides in. Power doesn't corrupt Doom. It reveals him. Is that terrifying or admirable? And then comes his political apex, the ruler of Latveria fully realized. Streets safe, technology decades ahead, children fed, borders secure. At what point does a tyrant become a necessary evil? At what point does logic justify cruelty? Would you choose freedom if order guaranteed survival? Kinda wild to think about, right? Now we touch the edge of legend. Doom as Sorcerer Supreme in alternate timelines. Imagine his armor glowing with arcane sigils. Imagine science and sorcery merging into a force that even gods step around. He surpasses strange. He surpasses every earthly wizard. and yet, inside that armor is still the boy who lost his mother in fire. But here's where part 1 leaves you hanging, because Doom's true peak is still ahead. God Emperor Doom, infamous Iron Man, modern Doom, these aren't just chapters, they're evolutions, grades, warnings. Part 2 dives into godhood, redemption, and the terrifying question history keeps asking. What if Doom was right all along? If you want that next chapter, you know what to do. Hit subscribe, drop your verdict, and tell the algorithm Doom demands more. Straight up. One world redeemed in fire, another scarred by truth. So tell me, was that salvation or the start of something worse?